Hi, Leo. Welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2022 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's a Celtic cross spread as always, and I also pulled a couple of Oracle cards and a Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. All right, so we have Gemini, and for you guys, Gemini is your 11th house of friendships, groups, hopes, and wishes, and there's going to be a Mercury retrograde that starts in Gemini in May, and then eventually backtracks into Taurus. There's also going to be the Sun moving into Gemini toward the end of May, and the new Moon in Gemini, so definitely makes sense to see this pop up. All right, we have 5. So for you guys, your 5th house is Sagittarius. Astrologically speaking, there's not really anything going on there, but we will have a full moon there in June. But aside from that, 5th house represents romance, creativity, children. And we have the Sun. So the Sun is going to be in Taurus for the first few weeks of May, which is your 10th house of career and social status. Then it's going to move into your 11th house, which we already spoke about, that Gemini energy there. So keep those in mind as we go through the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 2 of Cups. So this is Cancer energy here. And for you guys, that's your 12th house. So it could just be saying that you might actually be meeting someone this month where you feel like you have an immediate connection. You just feel like you guys are on the same page, right? It just feels like right off the bat, you guys get along well. You both bring something to the table, right, in a positive way. And with the challenger obstacle position, we have the Knight of Wands. So for this to come up in a challenger position, it could just be saying that the key would be not to get too carried away, right? So in other words, you might right off that first meeting feel like you see so much potential in the connection, but it could just be cautioning you to pace yourself in some way as far as that goes. Which would make sense if nothing else, given that we will, like we said, have a Mercury retrograde, and this is eclipse season too, so going to be some intense energies in May. In the foundation position, we have the 8 of Wands. So yeah, for some of you, this could just be saying that there might be a lot of communication, possibly with this person that we're speaking about there, right? A lot of back and forth. Sagittarius, like we mentioned, is that 5th house energy for you. So yeah, you just might really feel like you connect with this person right away. Just be a lot of smooth flow between the two of you when it comes to communication. All right, in the past position, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is Libra energy here. And we just had that Libra full moon a few days ago. So could be pointing to that, maybe saying that during that time you might have been going through a bit of a healing phase, or maybe reevaluating some previous conversations you might have with someone, possibly something that didn't go the way you'd hoped as well. So just doing some reevaluation around that. All right, in the present position, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn energy here, and for me, this says that you guys have probably been focusing quite a bit on your work lives lately, but at the same time, you might feel, well, I feel like you're fulfilled in that area as far as you're like, okay, I've achieved a pretty solid level of success, but I feel like as you're sitting in that success, that might have your mind drifting toward, okay, now that I've reached this level of success, maybe I could put more of my energy toward another area of my life. And like I said, in this particular case, it looks like you guys have a heavy focus on romance this month. So that's what I see with that. Okay, in the near future position, we have the Lovers. So this is the major arcana card for Gemini. And like we said, that came up in your dice. We talked about the astrological energies. That'll definitely ring with that. So yeah, could just be one of those things too, where some of you might actually, this could be someone that you meet through friends, or possibly it might be someone you've been friends with, where all of a sudden you feel like that switch hits, right? Where all of a sudden you're talking to them, and one day, out of nowhere, you seem to have an attraction for this person beyond just friendship, right? So that could be how it's playing out for some of you. And I will say to see this energy come up in the near future too, I will say, even if you guys might be a little bit prone to get carried away, I see this as a good indicator that, things might be working out behind the scenes in your favor anyway. All right, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Chariot. So this is the major arcana card for Cancer. So again, we see that 12th house energy there. And yeah, to me, this looks like you're just ready to roll, right? You're ready to move, possibly with this connection, like I said. I wasn't really getting a lot of love vibes from a lot of the readings this month, but yours seems pretty heavy, and there was one other sign who had that same energy as well. I can't remember who right now, but yeah, this is primarily what I'm seeing this as. It's certainly possible this could be other areas of life, but this definitely looks like you guys met someone recently, or again, like I said, maybe it's a friend where all of a sudden you find yourself having more feelings for them. But yeah, it looks like you guys are definitely ready to move the connection forward. But interestingly enough, to see these Cancer energies pop up twice could just be saying that you might not be communicating it to them. So it could just be one of those things that you're feeling it heavily internally, but you're not necessarily outwardly expressing it to them just yet. So you could just be trying to play it cool, basically. All right. In the environment position, we have the Hangman. So yeah, this could be partially why, right? So you could just come to that realization, you might actually be well aware of the fact that you're like, okay, I feel like I'm getting a little too carried away here, right? So you could just be consciously trying to pull yourself in a little bit and see, okay, what's my next best move, right? Like I said, if it's someone you've been friends with for a long time, you're like, okay, well, what could go wrong possibly, right? So cost benefit of pursuing something romantic with this person, right? One of those types of situations. Purpose this could represent another person too, and possibly even that person. And that could be why you might be realizing that you have to pace yourself a little bit, because if that's the case, it looks like they're definitely in the mode to move things a bit more slowly. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Strength card. So this is actually a major arcana card for your sign. So to see this here, what stands out to me is the way she's trying to close the lion's mouth there. So it could just be saying that you're open to hold yourselves back a little bit, right? So this attraction might even catch you a little bit off guard to where. So I feel like consciously you do feel that in a way. But you're like, okay, I really need to calm myself down here and hold back. So I feel like this is primarily what it's saying, that for whatever reason, you feel like you do need to rein yourself in for the time being. And in the outcome position, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is actually the court card for Aries. So if nothing else, I feel like this is saying that you will get a hold of how you best want to approach the situation. If we think about Aries energy, it's ruled by Mars, but to see the feminine energy here, right, to me represents that balance of knowing when to take action, but also when to step back and be in a bit more of a receptive role, right? So it looks like you guys will figure it out. And seeing this card come up does remind me of the fact that we're going to have Venus moving through Aries for most of May, and also Jupiter's going to go in there as well. So this could be someone that's at a distance from you as well, but again, I feel like, or possibly from a different culture or background than you, but yeah, I feel like you're going to feel that really strong pull toward this person, and you're just going to try to find ways to actually slow yourselves down a little bit as far as that goes. But it looks like I said, it looks like it will work out positively, but you're just finding a way to pace yourselves. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands, so more Aries energy here. Yeah, similar to what I was saying, I feel like this is kind of reining yourself in a little bit, right? Aries energy, obviously, can be very assertive. This particular Aries energy is often referred to as the waiting for your ships to come in energy, where you kind of put yourself out there to an extent, but then wait to reap the rewards of that work. So I see with that, and not too surprisingly, we see Ace of Cups beneath that, and the Magician. So yeah, so it looks like this is definitely something that has some promise for sure. Like I said, it just seems like the only thing it's telling you is to just pace yourself a little bit. All right, moving on to your 4 agreements card, we have always do your best, and it says love and nurture your body. Okay, let's see if we get everything in the frame. All right, so it says your body is a manifestation of God, and if you honor your body, everything will change for you. Practice giving love to every part of your body. This will plant seeds of love in your mind, and when they grow, you will love, honor, and respect your body immensely. Interesting energy to see come up there. I didn't see anything that would necessarily relate to you not doing that at this time, but I suppose it's certainly not bad advice to hear, so hope it resonated with some of you. Okay, as far as your Wisdom the Oracle card, we have Thinker. There's the artwork. The number is 44, and we'll see what that has to say. Okay, it says strategy, being analytical and logical. The Oracle's message. The ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct, for in this moment there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. Well, pretty positive message there. I hope it resonated. That last sentence stood out to me as far as keep it simple and you'll win the game you're playing right now. So like I said, for some of you, I feel like it's saying that this definitely does have promise, this connection, but it could just be a matter of pacing yourself, right? The relationship message says, love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So yeah, definitely an interesting message there. Because it talked about good to have things in common other than desire, because like I was saying, it feels like for a lot of you this might be one of those instantaneous attractions where you just feel this really strong pull to this person. And I do have to say, like I said, as we went through the spread as a whole, I feel like for the majority of you, you will actually have that same thought process that was in the message there, saying that, okay, yes, I really want this person, but I mean, pace myself, get to know them a little bit better, right? So I feel like most of you will already be in that mode, but hopefully that message resonated either way. The prosperity message says calculated action is called for now. It's important to sit down and plan a strategy. Focus on the steps you're going to take to claim your prosperous life. Lists are your friends now, so get out your journal. Write down what you're going to do today to signal to the universe that you're serious about attracting abundance. Your plans and strategies will yield wonderful results. Remember, your most effective strategic partner is spirit. You will win this game, and your triumph will be for the highest good of all. So interesting message there. Like I said, for the most part, I didn't get much of a career vibe with this. We did see that Queen of Pentacles in the present. Like I said, if anything, it seemed like you have a level of success, and that's what's kind of allowing your mind to drift to other areas. But hopefully that resonated either way. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. So this is your mudra here. It's the Svadhisthana chakra mudra, and the keyword for it is adaptability. All right, there's a lot of info on this card, so let me just get it focused first of all. But yeah, keep this part up if you want to pause it to take a screenshot to read what it has to say, and then I'll move it up so we can get the rest of what's in the card in frame 2. All right, there we go. So under benefits, it says increases ability to adapt to change, opens creativity and the ability to spontaneously respond to any situation, increases capacity for intimacy with self, others, and the environment, benefits the reproductive system, increases fertility, tonifies the blood. So if that sounds like a mudra thing to be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name of it in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there. I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.